Hey guys, if you watched my last video, which was my channel update video, you will know that I am now uploading videos every Sunday, so one video a week. The first video of this new upload schedule is my sketchbook tour. Basically what this is going to be is we're going to look through my sketchbook and y'all can see all the stuff that doesn't make it onto my DeviantArt. This camera's kind of weird. Y'all are going to have to forgive me for the bad video quality. I've never filmed something like this before. So this was my best attempt. I'm not going to show you everything in here because some of it is really, really bad. But most of it you're going to be able to see. So, first up, this was a sketch I did a couple months ago, I think. And if any of you remember, I did a drawing of Luna digitally that is the same pose that was inspired by this drawing that I did. This is blue. I was planning some kind of a poster with it, like maybe have like a tangled patch of Breath of Evil like right here, and then all the bad guys covered in the vines up there. I'm not sure what I might ever do if I ever finish this. I doubt I will. So next up, this was just some character designs that I did for the Friends dragons that I use when I do talking heads when friends help me in videos. So, most of these you've seen. Cookie for you if you can guess what show these characters are from. This is actually one of the reasons I don't draw, or it's an example of one of the reasons I don't draw characters from shows often, or from books or anything, because when you mess up the characters, oh, you butcher their design and it's just awful. Okie dokie, next up. Skipped a couple pages there. This is like a redo of a sketch I did in a pocket sketchbook that I carry around, about yay big, that I carry around in my pockets for when I get bored, like during a meeting that I'm supposed to be paying attention to or something. So I can just doodle in that book. But anyways, I did that, I did this sketch in that book and then I just redrew it here. I have become obsessed with drawing mushrooms and potion bottles. And this one has dates. Back in February. Yeah. Not much to explain about these drawings. This one, I'm not sure what is going on. I drew the pose and I thought I might as well add a bit of a short background. I don't know. I was sketching around with that. I think it was like midnight, and so who knows what goes on in people's heads. Some landscape practice with some trees. Swamp tree, dead tree, other dead tree right there. I'm not sure what happened with these two trees. This one, like, I guess I was kind of seeing like one of those cedar trees in my mind, where the cedar like splits into several different trunks randomly. But I guess it sort of became like a cross between a cedar and a mesquite, so I don't know what happened with this. I have no excuses. And this was gonna be like a tree over a river, but it got ugly and I gave up on it. Oh, and lots of mushrooms. I don't know if you... Yeah, they show up on the camera. Lots of mushrooms here with that tree and then that tree trunk. Lots of mushrooms. I am in a mushroom stage right now. This was the first time I'd inked anything in a while. I don't have any actual inking tools besides a fine tip black Sharpie. I drew this when I was listening to an audio drama about Robin Hood, who's like one of my favorite historical figures, even though he might not have existed. And I was in a drawing frame of mind, and I'm gonna pretend that this was what I was planning for it to be. It's Newell from the Fablehaven series, but I wasn't trying to draw Newell. I was trying to draw Robin Hood, and it wasn't looking right, so I made it Newell. And Seth from the Fablehaven series, and Lena. And just ignore the bottom half of Lena. She looks good enough without the skirt. And Torina, also from Fablehaven. Don't look at the bow or the skirt because those are really, really, really bad. And Aubrey and Emma have made it known to me that this arm is disproportionate and ugly several times now. So I have no excuses with this one. It's just a bad lower portion of the drawing. This page is a bunch of hand studies I did a while ago. I was using my own hand as reference as I was drawing. Just some practice with the hand, with different perspectives and stuff. Hands are really hard for me. I know a lot of artists struggle with hands, so it's always good to do some gesture drawings like this. And then this is another page of hand drawings. This one is funny because when I was drawing it, I was using my right hand as reference for it while I was holding the pencil, so I would draw and then look back at my hand, and it turned out a little weird, but I don't know, it worked out well enough. Whenever I first started digital art, I went through a long period of time where I like stopped drawing traditionally, or I did a whole lot less of it. And recently I've started doing a lot more traditional art. I guess I just got back into it. These two are actually concept sketches that I did a couple months ago for a piece I was doing with Kendra and Seth from Fablehaven. Seth's dark power and Kendra's light power, with Shadow Charmer and Fairy Kind, make for a lot of interesting poses and sketches and drawings you can do with these two, because it's a big contrast. And then this is some random sketch that I put in at a later date, and I have no idea who this child is or what he is doing, and I think I was just wanting to practice this pose of bad posture. Okie dokie, this I did before Christmas, and that I did after. This I did a couple days ago, actually. I think I just wanted to practice the shirt, and the rest of it came afterwards. Yeah, that must be it. And then this one, I have no idea what happened, or like where it came from. I was just sketching around one night, and the wings were unplanned, and they just appeared out of thin air. So don't look at that, because that's misspelled notes. That one of the things y'all should know about me is that I'm really, really, really bad at spelling. Calligraphy, I do calligraphy incorrectly, I suppose, because I don't use a calligraphy pen. I just use a pen and do cursive and fill in certain parts. But lots of quotes from books and stuff. Couple Beyonders quotes. Just funny stuff that I thought I could calligraphy. And another page of that. This, I was gonna do this quote here, and so I wrote it here to see how I wanted to format it here, but I messed up on the wonder, or wonders. I got WONDERS, and I gave up and scribbled all over it. So, if you ignore the bottom half of the page, this looks really nice. This is another Fablehaven quote from Warren, one of my favorite characters. Okie dokie, another split page. These sketches I did all a couple days ago, I think, and then these are from before Christmas. These were concept sketches for my entries for the Silver Eye Secret Santa, which is the Silver Eye is a webcomic that I follow that's really, really good. Y'all should check it out. And the Secret Santa was just a bunch of us fans getting together and drawing stuff for each other, featuring Noah, and Idani, Noah's sister. These I did a couple days ago. Just another webcomic I used as reference. Forget the name, but I liked the art style, so I just used that as reference, and I found the panels I liked and redrew them here. Just practicing side profiles and posing, and I guess foreshortening, which I'm really bad at. And this is just a page of like little sketches of random stuff. We have more mushrooms, shell fungus. It's fungi plural, but anyways. And then this is some of the only dragons in this book. Y'all would be surprised at like how many more humans I draw than dragons. I guess because I'm in a learning curve for humans, and I'm kind of obsessed with drawing them right now. I love using a pen to sketch stuff out. I like that you're not able to erase it, because like, oh, when you're drawing, you're always so tempted to erase everything. With a pen, you just gotta go through it and do it. No specific characters on this page. This kind of looks like Quibbly if you ask me, but there's not really any characters in specific. I like this Highwing. He looks very nice. I like his circly designs. And in case you're wondering, this is a Rainwing Silkwing. I have gotten so spoiled making everything I draw part Silkwing because I don't have to draw the wings. Oh, it's so nice. And then this is some Fablehaven dragons. This is really bad. I don't know what happened. This is Navarog, and I won't say anything because if you haven't finish the series. Uh, you know, and this is Rextus, everyone's child and baby boy. I don't know if Navarog looks evil enough. I was trying. I did go through and draw all the tiny scales that everyone dreads drawing. Okie dokie. This I did actually like 2 days ago, or at least of recording time 2 days ago. It's just a bunch of Sharpie sketches. I do a ton of art with Sharpies. At local markets, I sell rocks that I do Sharpie sketches on. Lots of mandalas and things. If you have followed me for a long time, then you'll remember that I used to post a lot of mandalas on my DeviantArt. These kinds of mandalas with the actual lines are the ones that I usually draw, and then everything with the dots is what I actually put on the rocks. Lots of, I believe the technique is called stipling, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. This is one of those up at 3 a.m. sketches that I did, and I don't know what happened. Moving on. This is something I drew like yesterday. I was just wanting to practice some posing. And originally this dragon was going to be flying, but then I thought, hey, he looks like he's climbing down steps. And then I thought, hey, can we make it even better and have him plummeting? So, this random silkwing dragonette is falling into a river. And then this was a quick little silkwing wing study that I did. This is the primary wing and that's the secondary. So, I've been thinking a lot about like, you know, silkwings, hive wings, they have different, their wings are structured differently than the other dragon wings, and so they move differently. Hive wings more so than silkwings. Silkwings are pretty normal. But I was wondering, you know, how would the wings fold in, and, you know, how do they sleep with their wings and stuff, and, I was just doing some little sketches. I marked all the bones, like, in the wing with the same color so that I would know where they were, and just a couple really small, quick sketches. And this is some more inking. I call it inking. I don't know if that's technically inking. Not a whole lot of experience there, but I did use actual ink for it, so maybe that makes it inking. By actual ink, I mean Sharpies, but they're ink. And then this is just a little sketch I did with Deathbringer, Glory, and Tsunami. Deathbringer is one of the best characters ever, y'all. He needs to show up in the story again because he was pretty funny. And then this, I borrowed my sister's alcohol markers for. They're markers based in alcohol, so they blend really nicely. I used to have some, but I gave them away when I stopped using them. Just some stuff that I did with a Sharpie and then wanted to color. There's not a whole lot of color in the sketchbook, I think you'll notice, and kind of missed using it, so I tested it out. This is just my color testing area, and some over here. You can just ignore all that. I think the trees look good down here, but not the elf. And then this is older. This is really, really old. This is one of those things where, like, you mess up the eyes or the nose, and instead of redrawing it, you, like, draw a blindfold, or do a face mask or something. I think I once, like, drew a guy in a ski mask because I didn't want to draw his face. When I was younger, like, when I first started drawing, I was so bad about, like, drawing people with duct tape over their mouths or something, so I didn't have to draw their faces. This is really, really old, and I don't think you can see it very well on the camera, because I tend to press really lightly with my pencil, so it's harder to see a lot of this stuff, but just a random sea wing. I don't know what's happening. Also, a random scene that I drew months and months ago. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to practice drawing a cloak, and thus this happened. I find that a lot of stuff that I sketch ends up being like just little random stuff that I just want to doodle out. I don't do as many, I don't draw a whole lot of characters from books that I've read or stuff. In part because I feel like I'll mess up the designs and then I'll have like butchered the character and I'm all sad. And the only really good thing on this page is this drawing. Just wanted to draw someone holding knives. This is all my like I was trying to figure out how to draw the hands holding the knives. Kind of hard to find reference pictures for that. This is pretty new. Just some pen sketches of humans and elves. And most of them are pretty good. I like that one the best. This is some behind the scenes, I guess. Some of what goes into planning my videos. This I did for the Silver Eye fandom. You have to understand the story to understand why it's funny for someone to be hitting a woman holding a baby on the head with a frying pan. This woman caused a lot of trouble by dropping that baby off where she put him. Read the comic to find out. This is some random Sea Wing sketches. Fathom's sister, I think her name was Pearl, I'm not sure. She was queen of the Sea Wings after Albatross did his little murder thing. This is Fathom, and this is Auklet. And then I don't know what I was planning with this sketch. It just happened. I don't know. And then this is really old and really something I love. I know I digitized this. I scanned it and then did a lineless piece over it. Just a random Sea Wing. Again, random characters, nothing canon. I think I did this Christmas Day, like after the big family dinner and stuff, on the couch, just drawing. Because, you know, who needs to hang out with family when you can draw on a sketchbook instead? I was inspired that night, too. And these are all from different times. Like, this is from a couple months ago, this is from longer, and that's from months and months ago, and I did that, like, yesterday. So, okay, this is one of those cases of, like, I messed up the eyes, and I want to draw over it. So, the sunglasses cover the eyes, and I think I messed up the sunglasses. The sunglasses are, like, one's lower than the other, and it's, oh, frustrating. That's the last page in the book. But, I don't know where I was going with that. Who knows? So thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed doing that. I started a new sketchbook yesterday, so I guess whenever I fill that up, I will, do another sketchbook tour. Let me know if you like this video. I hope that the new once-a-week video posting schedule will work out. It should be easier and more fun, and I hope to do a lot of little, videos like this in the future with traditional art, which I do a lot of. I have several sketchbooks floating around my house that are just unfilled, and I need to work on them one at a time, but and comment to let me know what you think, because commenting is how you request videos. Rambling here. This is what I get for doing unscripted videos. So y'all stay safe too in this time of unsafeness, with that word that we can't apparently say on YouTube for some reason. Everyone maintain that social distancing and stock up on toilet paper, I guess. Y'all have a great week, and I will see you with something else next Sunday.